Welcome back to Low Carbon Lifestyle. I don't know about you, but this time of year really is my favourite time of the year. It's the light, the days getting longer, springtime, pancakes, it's brill. And at this time of the year for Lent in the UK, many of us tend to give up or take up something good, something meaningful, something difficult, maybe something even inconvenient. What do you usually do? Whether it's chocolate or wine or being grumpy or whatever, many of us do something. Well, this year, my challenge is to give up carbon dioxide. Imagine if it was that easy. Our lives are set up and reliant on emitting CO2. We could emit less, so maybe my real challenge is to live a lower carbon Lent. Here are 7 thoughts for a low carbon Lent for the next 7 weeks.
Hello, my name is Tom, and this is a little series about a low carbon lifestyle.
Okay, first up, let's eat less meat this Lent. Just try it. Just do it. What is stopping you? Don't think what are we having with chicken or mince tonight. Think what vegetables could we base a meal around. Even think what is in season this time of year. So, some tips. My favourite veggie recipes include Anna Jones's one pot pasta. Seriously, if you've not tried this, try it. You'll be amazed by it. I'll put a link below. And to be honest, anything else by Anna Jones will get you a little bit away from that meat-based diet. Then maybe the nation's favourite or least favourite, depending on your mood, chef and big brother maybe, Jamie Oliver. He's got some really great recipes for a veggie lifestyle, including his baked ricotta. And then my wife really loves a chef called Deliciously Ella, who does a fantastic set of recipes, mainly vegan recipes. We love the butternut squash pasta and the coconut lentil dal. And then a tip from me, you could even try some Linda McCartney mozzarella burgers. Honestly, I think these are as good as, if not better than, a classic Aberdeen Angus beef burger. Really, what do you have to lose by trying one? There are so many options for a meat-free diet. Why not experiment a bit this Lent? Okay, low carbon Lent challenge number 2. Let's simply drive less. Get your bike out of the shed, give it some TLC, and ride those journeys that you might have driven. Inconvenience yourself a little bit this Lent. Walk to a shop, take a big backpack and pack all your shopping in. Use the extra time maybe to listen to a podcast. Maybe even to walk in silence and listen to the air and the wildlife and the cars. Maybe you could spend some time for Lent in prayer or meditation. Take the advantage of Lent to slow down, relax, find your feet again. Whatever you do, just don't drive. Okay, thought number 3 for Lent. Maybe you could use some time to plan what you might grow this year. Whether you have a windowsill or a big allotment, there will be things that you can grow, and Lent or early spring is the perfect time to start seeding those things. To start prepping a greenhouse, to start digging over some beds, to organise some compost, to think through what you might do this year. This week I bought a load of seeds and I'm going to plant those seeds in our greenhouse, ready to go into the ground when the garden is a bit warmer and when the weather's a bit warmer. Last year we had broccoli, kale, beetroot, tomatoes, carrots, swede, parsnips, strawberries, apples and some mange too, all from our garden. It was great. They mostly taste fresher and were definitely lower carbon and probably much healthier than what we get from the supermarket. What could you grow this year? Okay, I think number 4. What about downtime? Could you read a book about climate action during Lent this year? Last year on this channel I did a book review on 4 books around climate change. Have a look up here. On top of the 4 I recommended last year, I would really recommend a book called Hope in Hell by climate activist legend Jonathan Porritt. Really, really helpful book to plan and vision what the future might look like. This year I'm hoping to read the new version of There Is No Planet B by Mike Berners-Lee. It's a good rhyming. I'm finally going to read the really short No One Is Too Small to Make a Difference, which is the book of speeches by Greta Thunberg. And I'm going to have a bit of a think about some eco-theology from my friend Hannah Malcolm. Is there something else that you could pick up this Lent? Okay, next up is something that I haven't really talked much about on this channel, but something, thanks to my friend Anne, I'm really challenging myself on this Lent. Is could we throw away less stuff? Could we use less single-use plastic? Choose shopping with less packaging? Could we say no to wrapping and bags? And maybe we could even find out where we might be able to fill up our essentials without packaging at all. Is there somewhere that you could weigh your grains, your pasta, your cereals, your rice, your washing up liquid, that would mean that you don't get any extra packaging? In Durham, we sometimes use Durham Health Food Shop to refill on some essentials, and there's actually a new shop in the city centre called Scoop that is completely packaging free. Is there someone near you that you could try that would help you reduce packaging completely? And I'm by no means an expert on plastic or waste or recycling, but even I can understand that if we can avoid making something completely, we can avoid the energy used to make that. And if we can avoid binning something, or even put it in our recycling bin, then we avoid the diesel it costs to have a 26-ton bin lorry come to every single home in the UK on every single street. And by the way, they drive at about 2.5 miles per gallon of diesel. And that's big emissions. So this Lent, let's push ourselves to reduce our packaging. Okay, next one, and I've lost count. Could you do a Lent free from new stuff? Could you even do an Amazon free Lent? Or whatever it is, could you just stop buying stuff? Or could you cut down that particular addiction a lot? If you had to get something new, maybe you could, instead of buying it new, you could get it from Gumtree, or maybe FreeCycle, or the Pass It On groups on Facebook, or even charity shops. Could we just stop buying things that have to be manufactured completely new? Okay, last tip, which I guess is number 7. I had a look at the Ofgem stats about energy tariffs this week. It looks like about 70% of people are still on a tariff that will rely on fossil fuels to power the electricity in our homes. 70%. In the UK, that's 45 million people. What are we thinking? It's so easy to switch. There are loads of 100% renewable options. We should just do it. So for this Lent, if you're watching this video, let's have a quick look at renewable energy tariffs. Let's try OVO, let's try Bulb, let's try Good Energy, let's try Ecotricity, let's try Epico, let's try Pure Planet, let's try Octopus, or many others. Let's have a look. It really, really is easy. Okay, Brill, there's my 7 ideas for a lower carbon Lent. What else might you do? Do you have any other ideas? Please do comment them below. Thank you so much for watching. Let's take some really serious steps to reduce our emissions, and let's keep fossil fuels where they belong, in the ground or in a museum.